People in West Michigan are proud of their communities, so 13 is on your side of town, showing off what makes those places special. Today we're heading to the home of Amway and this historic covered bridge, Ada. 13 is on your side of town.
What a beautiful day to be here in Ada in Legacy Park. It is just gorgeous. Legacy Park, of course, borders the Thornapple River, which I don't know if you can see is right behind me. And we have a lot to cover. But first, we want to kind of give you some facts about this great community. Ada Village was first established in 1821, nearly 18 years before Grand Rapids. It encompasses 37 square miles and is home to 13,000 people and 100 businesses. And if you like to spend some time outdoors, there are 15 plus miles of non-motorized trails.
Both the township and village settlement were named for Ada Smith, the daughter of the first postmaster.
There are lots of tasty places to eat in Ada, but Nonas Trattoria came highly recommended by you, our viewers. Here's what 13 Eats producers Amy and Riley thought.
Hi, I'm Riley.
I'm Amy.
And this is 13 Eats. Today we're on your side of town trying out Nonas Trattoria in Ada.
We started it about 6 years ago, and it's going very well. I think the most rewarding thing is that the community has really embraced what we do. They like the food, they like the atmosphere.
Okay, the avocado salad just arrived. What are your first thoughts?
Well, I mean, the presentation is absolutely beautiful. I love all of the colors in it.
This sauce is incredible. I want it smothered on every salad I ever have. It's super acidic. It's got like this zesty, like almost like liminess to it. And I think the avocado is perfect on top. It's that like soft texture and flavor with all the flavors in the dressing. We just taste tested the meatballs and I think they have the most incredible flavor. How would you describe it?
Yeah, so I really enjoyed the sauce. I feel like it tastes so fresh and it's really light. I think with the meatballs, you know, the textures are really great in there too. They're not too dense. I feel like they're actually quite light.
Next we have the chicken scallopini, and I thought the flavor was really incredible on this. The balance between the light pasta and the hearty chicken is really great.
Yeah, so I'm a sucker for any kind of thin pasta. I love this one. I loved how light it is. I love the capers. I think it just had a really nice light flavor.
Next we have the veal saltimbocca, and the flavor was so good on this. It's our first time trying veal. What did you think?
Yeah, I think it's a great introduction to it. I love how thin it is. You know, we were told that the name means melt in your mouth, and I think it definitely lives up to that standard. It was delicious, and the texture in our mouth was really good.
Now that we've finished eating, I can completely see why the people of Ada love it here so much.
It is so nice. I feel like this place is really upscale, but in a way that's not, you know, over the top. I think it's a great place for a date night. You could dress up, have some fun with it. At the same time, you can make it more casual, maybe have a lunch or a brunch with friends. It's lovely.
Today we were on your side of town in Ada. Until next time, I'm Riley.
I'm Amy.
And this was 13 Eats.
The Ada covered bridge is over the Thornapple River, rather, adjacent to Leonard Park. It was originally built back in 1867. It is listed on the National Register of Historic Places.
Now, the original bridge was destroyed by fire in 1979. So the current structure is a reconstruction that was partially funded by Amway, which, of course, headquartered in Ada.
Ada also has the newest library in Kent County. It's the Amy Van Andel Library, which was part of the township's plan to redevelop the downtown area. It was noted that Ada lacked civic space and really needed a central hub for the community, and that's why the library was built. Now, the two-story Amy Van Andel Library was designed around the idea of the library of the future. Not only does it have books for people of all ages, but also has a podcast room, tutoring spaces, computers, small study rooms, and conference spaces. The design is also unique, with an open staircase and large windows for you to see the outdoors while inside the library. Shauna Martz with Kent District Library says they have year-round programming to keep children reading when they are not in school.
So our Summer Wonder program is designed to help kids keep reading throughout the summer. We do this so that children will keep learning and reading through the summer, so then when they start school in the fall, they're ready to go. So it kind of prevents that summer slide. So Summer Wonder is a great program to keep kids reading, keep kids engaged, keep teens and adults engaged too in reading.
Another cool program they have, library card holders can check out 2 bikes from the library to enjoy. Yes, bikes.
That's awesome. So you can find a full list of upcoming events by visiting kdl.org.
Ada is home to the Grand Rapids Triathlon, the largest independent triathlon in Michigan.
#13 is on your side of town celebrating Ada. And this morning we're highlighting someone who makes a difference with his business every day.
I pour a lot of beer.
Matt Michaels opened Gravel Bottom Craft Brewery 10 years ago, and it's been a staple in Ada ever since.
I chose Ada mainly because I wanted to be a part of a small community. I grew up in a small Michigan town where my dad was the pharmacist and somebody in the neighborhood who really made a difference in the community. And for me, when I started my own small business, I wanted to be a part of a community. I didn't want to just be a tax ID for some bigger town.
One way he's done that, several family-friendly events and festivals that bring the community together and draw visitors. One example, the Ada Chili and Beer Festival in partnership with the community church in Ada.
Matt has been one of our biggest partners since the beginning, providing beer for the event and partnering with a chili. He's been there starting at 4 a.m. Every year, helping us build that wonderful event for the community.
You know, it really has become an amazing festival. It's got the beer, it's got the chili, but it's a beer event that's family friendly. And I would say that's with all of the events here in Ada that the way that we've designed them is they're not just beer festivals, they're community events. They're intended to be for the families and the entire community and just help bring people together.
And as a member of the board of directors of the Ada Business Association, I get to work with him on the board. And together, we're kind of setting a vision for a culture in Ada that's inclusive and welcoming, and where people can show up as who they are and be supportive of one another, and building that kind of authenticity where Ada is a great place to be.
I could not have decided to open up a business in a better community.
Stay tuned.
There's so much energy here and so much going on, and so many changes and new stuff coming. I would say just keep your eye out for Ada because there's a lot of great events coming.
Yep, but in the middle of it all and the change are a few longtime businesses have remained strong and steady. Among them, Ada Village Hardware, Village Bike and Fitness, and the Ada Barber Shop. Walter Vanderwelp has been the barber in town since taking over that business from his father in 1976. His dad opened up the shop in 1948 and moved to the current location in 1958.
And at one point, Walter says his dad almost became a landlord to a couple of famous businessmen named J. Van Andel and Rich DeVos.
When they were first starting out in their garage, and they asked my dad if they could rent the back portion of this building. My dad says, if you guys do well, you're going to move out, and if you guys don't do well, you're going to move out. So this is why Amway is down on the other end of Fulton Street. He told him that there was an abandoned gas station there, and that would be a much better place for them to do their business.
Walter says he'll keep cutting hair until it's no longer fun.
Construction is now underway on a brand new beautiful boutique hotel. Crews are busy working on the steel frame of Ada House. It's a 3-story lobby, will have 42 guest rooms, a lobby bar, and a restaurant. It will also include a rooftop lounge overlooking this beautiful Thornapple Valley River, and it was inspired by the original Ada Hotel from the 19th century.
And if you go back to the history of Ada, especially the turn of the last century, you know, the epicenter of activity was the Ada Hotel in right downtown Ada, and they would have all kinds of festivals that will be held there, and we believe that this hotel will do the same thing.
The original Ada Hotel operated from 1870 until it burned down in 1942. The new Ada House is scheduled to open in the fall of 2023.
The sail sculpture at Legacy Park was crafted to fit into its environment. Made of 8 sails, it stands almost 12 feet tall.
Every town and community always has interesting stories from the past. Ada is no different. A favorite legend involves infidelity, jealousy, and murder. Yes. Now, it's the story of the Ada Witch. Now, as the story goes, in the late 1800s, a woman would sneak off to meet her lover after her husband had fallen asleep. Well, at some point, the husband caught on, became suspicious, caught the two having an affair. He killed his wife, the lover, and ended up dying as well. It is now said that all three haunt Seidman Park, and some claim to have even seen them.
She had a long flowing blue dress on, kind of blonde, longish hair blowing, and she was sitting there waving her arms, and the words coming out of her mouth to me looked like she was asking, "Help me, help me."
Now, in 2013, we featured the Ada Witch and our Michigan life. In that story, we reveal the efforts to reveal who she really was, and it was not easy. You can catch the complete story on 13onyourside.com/haunted places. We want to talk about the great things that are happening in Ada here. I want to say hello to Liz Hahn from Discover Ada. How are you?
Good, how are you?
To see you.
Good to see you.
So first, let's talk about this new village.
Yep.
And kind of what went into making this happen.
Yeah, of course. So Ada Village has always been about community. And you know, with the new village, that's what we wanted again. So the businesses that we brought in, you know, connecting to the old side of Ada too. Yeah, just bringing the community together. That was what it was all about.
And as cool and fun as this is, we can't ignore the old village because it's
Correct.
still so charming. So talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, that's where it all started, right? It all started there, the small community, the small businesses, and then we had that same idea here with the new side, the small businesses, the small community.
And you've got some new businesses in town as well. Highlight some of those for us.
Yeah, of course. So we have Tiptoes. Tiptoes is like a long-standing Holland children's boutique.
Okay.
They just came in about a few months ago. And then of course we have Luna, which is a downtown Grand Rapids favorite.
Yeah.
And they should be opening soon.
And so what are some of the selling points for Ada? If someone doesn't know anything about this area, how do you describe it?
We always say, you know, now with the hotel coming in, 42-room boutique hotel, we always say, come, shop, play, and stay.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We love it. Thank you so much.
Of course. Thank you. Yeah.
Ada Township features more than 1,000 acres of public land, including 4 community parks and miles of trails.
If you're not familiar with the area, there are plenty of parks and walking trails, among them Chief Hazy Cloud County Park. It's on Pettis Avenue, just north of Fulton Street. Last year, the county announced it was expanding the park to nearly 400 acres. Right now, the county is working with Ada Township to extend its paved trail through the park. Eventually, the plan is to build a pedestrian bridge over the Grand River to connect Chief Hazy Cloud with nearby Roselle Park.
And we got to say that this area has got, first of all, it's beautiful. This park is beautiful. And I don't know if you can see behind me, but they've got their own pavilion. It's the Van Andel Family Pavilion. It is right here in Legacy Park. It's got this beautiful grassy area for people to just kind of bring your blankets, listen to performances all throughout the summer. In fact, starting June 1st, the township kicks off the Lawn Summer Concerts. They will happen every Wednesday night at 7 through August 10th. And the pavilion is also available for dance recitals and can even be rented for private events. Welcome back to Legacy Park as part of 13 on your side of town in Ada, where everyone is having a good time here. You know, Ada is already a very fine community, but what will it look like, do you think, 5 years from now? Elena Holland continues our 13 on your side coverage with a look at what Ada's leaders have in mind.
About 10 years ago, Ada looked a whole lot different, and in the next few years, more progress will still be made. They're focusing on 3 main areas, like recreation, expanding this downtown village area, and activities for your family.
About 8 years ago, Ada Township, working with Amway, began to transform the downtown village.
I guess you'd say rebirth of the Ada downtown area.
Turning it into a walkable, vibrant area with restaurants, shops, businesses, and more.
So there you'll see the library through there, that's where we're heading.
Plus, the large and popular Amy Van Andel Library, which opened last year.
We're trying to go from a very limited downtown focus during the day into more of an 18-hour downtown.
They can come and do their creative stuff, and then they can stop down for a drink.
About 3/4 of the way into that development plan, there are still some exciting projects to come in the next few years.
We actually now have a hotel under construction, the Ada House Hotel, which will be a small 42-room boutique hotel.
More new buildings are being constructed, continuing first-floor retail and upper-floor office space. Big changes are in store for recreation in Ada Township. That includes a major expansion in the trail system.
$4 million just this year putting a trail down Pettis Avenue, and we plan to spend another $15 million in the next 3 years on our trail system.
Ada contains 2 large county parks, plus several township parks and preserve areas.
The township is currently working with the county on a pedestrian bridge that will go over the Grand River to connect Roselle Park and Chief Hazy Cloud Park. So what you're going to end up with is 600 acres of park and trails and preserved areas all centered on the Grand River.
Community input from the previous Ada master plan found residents wanted the expansion of trails and parks.
People like to get outside, they like to exercise, it's part of a healthy feeling, and it's family oriented. That'll be on Wednesday night.
Lastly, the township is focused on bringing activity to the village area.
This summer we'll be having concerts every Wednesday night, free concerts outdoors in Legacy Park, and the township board just approved a social district.
The farmers market is open every Tuesday, and there will be 3 Beers at the Bridge events, one each summer month. Thousands of people pack the area around the iconic covered bridge for music, food, and of course, beer.
The feeling that you're going to have as you park in Ada, you have a variety of restaurants where you can pick up your food and you can eat there, or you can bring it into the park. Live music in a very nice pavilion that you'll see on the river, and families walking around.
These plans are a fruition of what the township has been working on the last few years. And keep an eye out for new businesses popping up in soon-to-be-built buildings.
I think where we are heading is trying to be a place that is family-friendly and that is a place where there's a high quality of life.
In Ada, Elena Holland, 13 on your side.
Thank you for visiting Ada with us. Don't forget to check out all the other interesting West Michigan highlights we capture when 13 is on your side of town. It's all here on 13 Plus.